Hi pre-K. How y'all doing today? Today we're going to do another science experiment. We're going to do balloon chemistry. Chemistry, that's a new word. Chemistry is a science, and chemistry is the study of matter. Another new word. Matter is everything that makes up our world. It can be a solid, like my coffee cup. Yeah. It can be a liquid, like the coffee in it. And matter can also be a gas, like the air we breathe. Can't really see it, but it's there. Take a deep breath. That's right. Solids, liquids, and gas are matter. And that's pretty much everything we see when we look around. Chemistry is watching and observing the solids, the liquids, and the gases. And today in our balloon experiment, we are going to mix a solid and we're going to mix a liquid, and guess what it's going to do? It's going to make a gas. This is going to be fun. Let's go. All right, so let's look at the materials we're going to need for our experiment. You'll need 3 water bottles. 1, 2, 3. You will need some baking soda. Miss Tina has some in a Tupperware container, but it's a white powder, you can see that. And sometimes you can use it in cooking. It gets rid of odors too. Doesn't really smell like anything, but you can see it's white and it's powdery. Feels kind of scratchy too. But this is a solid, my friends. You can actually pick it up and touch it. We also need white vinegar. White vinegar is a liquid, and you can use this to clean. You can also use this in cooking and salad dressings, but you can see it sloshing around in there. There is my white vinegar, and that is our liquid. We need a measuring cup. This will make things easier for you. A funnel. That'll also make things easier for you because we need to use this to put our baking soda into our balloons. A teaspoon, it's a measuring cup kind of thing. It's a measuring tool. And a marker. So the marker is going to make some fun on our balloons. So the first thing we're going to do is fill our water bottles halfway with vinegar, okay? So if you want, you can take your marker and you can look halfway, and halfway is probably a little bit below your labels. So adults, you can make a mark there, and then you can have your child fill up to that line. So Miss Tina's just gonna make a line. There you go, that's about halfway. And then I'm going to take my vinegar and I'm going to pour it into my measuring cup. It's heavy. And then it'll help me when I pour the vinegar in the bottles. And you know why? Because measuring cups have this little tiny spout, and my liquid will funnel through that spout right into my hole. So I can put it right there, and I can pour into my water bottle. Okay? So let me look for that black line that I used. Ah, there it is. So I'm gonna pour till I get to the black line. Am I there yet? Almost, almost, almost. Should I stop yet? Tell me when to stop. Ah, okay, there we go. So now we're gonna do this for the next 2 bottles, okay? All right, so I have my water bottles and I've filled them halfway up to the line, all of them, like that. Next, we're going to take our balloons, and we are going to blow these balloons up with our breath. Our breath is a gas, and what our breath is going to do is expand the balloon or make it bigger, and it will also make it easier to blow up for our experiment. So I'm going to take my breath and breathe So now while my balloon is blown up like this, I'm going to take my marker like that. And I am going to draw a smiley face on my balloon. It'll make it fun. So I'm going to do 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And he's a happy one, so I'm going to draw a happy face. There he is. See that? I think I'll give him eyelashes too. I'll make him look happier, I think. There. So and I'm going to put the number 1 on my balloon. So I know this is my first balloon. And that's important. I'll put a 1 right on the side so I know that's number 1. Okay, I'm going to do the rest with my purple balloon and my blue balloon. I'll draw other faces on there. If you want to draw something else besides a smiley face, you can. You can draw shapes or just squiggles or dinosaurs if you want. But make sure you draw a number. We want a 1, a 2, and a 3 on our balloons. Okay, watch what happens when I let my gas out of my balloon. That's a funny noise, huh? There he is. And my number 1. So let's go ahead and do the rest with that. Do that with the rest of our balloons. Now I have my balloons done. I've got my numbers on each balloon. So I'm going to take my first balloon, the one that has the number 1 on it. Okay? And I'm going to take my funnel and put it in my number 1 balloon. And I'm going to fill my balloon up with 2 teaspoons of baking soda. So, there we go. There's 1. And there's 2. There. And then I'm going to put it in my balloon. Now, if you tap your funnel like this, it should go in pretty quickly. Okay? And then we're going to do that for the rest of the balloons too. So my first balloon gets 2 teaspoons. My second balloon is going to get 3 teaspoons. And my last balloon, the balloon that has number 3 on it, is going to get 1 more, 4 teaspoons. So 2 teaspoons of baking soda in your first balloon, 3 teaspoons of baking soda in your second balloon, and 4 teaspoons of baking soda in your third balloon. So it's always 1 more, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and do that then. Okay, so we are ready for chemistry. So we are going to take our balloons and we are going to put them on top of our water bottles. And we want to make sure we have a pretty good seal. So it's going to go on like that. Okay, you see that? And the rubber band is going to hold it really tight around there. So I have my first balloon. And here's my second balloon. I'm going to do the same thing. We're just going to put that on top of it. I'll do it with my third one. Now, the baking soda, our solid, is going to mix with our liquid, the vinegar, in the bottles once we tip the balloons up. And what's going to happen is that it's going to create a gas called carbon dioxide. Now, carbon dioxide is the same thing that we blow out when we take a deep breath. So this is going to do the same thing that we do when we blow our balloon up. So do you remember when we went and we blew our balloon up? What we're doing here is almost the same thing, but the vinegar, the liquid, is mixing with the solid, the baking soda, and it's mixing and it's going to produce a gas very similar to what we blow out. There's that noise again. So here we go. Remember, I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda in my first one. I have 3 teaspoons of baking soda in my second one. And I have 4 teaspoons of baking soda in my third one. And I'm going to ask this question. Do you think more baking soda is going to make it blow up faster? Do you think it's going to blow it up bigger? Let's see. All right, here I go. And it goes. Wow! There's number 1. Do you see all the bubbles in there? The baking soda is a base and the vinegar is an acid. And when they mix, remember, they make that carbon dioxide and they blow the balloon up. All right, so let's see what's gonna happen when we add number 2. Remember, this has more baking soda in it. You ready? Wow! Oh my goodness! It's foaming, so more baking soda made it foam. I have to make sure the balloon doesn't come off. So there's my first one. It looks like my purple one is a little bit bigger, so maybe more baking soda makes it bigger. Are you ready for the next one? I can't wait. This is a lot in it. All right. I think I might have to hold my blue balloon down. Here I go. Oh, I'm so excited. Whoa! Look at all that. See all the gas it's producing? It blew up our balloon. And this one had the most in it, remember, friends. So I would say that more baking soda you add, the bigger your balloon gets. Take a look at that. It's much bigger than our first balloon. And it's bigger than our purple one too. And it keeps going too, it keeps getting bigger. So here's my happy balloons right here. That's pretty cool, huh? So there is chemistry. We studied matter. We studied the solid, the baking soda. We studied the liquid, which was the vinegar, and we produced a gas. So when you mix baking soda and vinegar, it makes carbon dioxide, a gas, and it blows up our balloon. Ah, that's cool. Now, I'm going to have some questions for you in your portfolio, so you can text the answers to your teacher. And I hope you had fun with this experiment. Oh my goodness, I know I did. I love my balloons. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. You can also send me a picture and tell me what your balloons look like, or show me what your balloons look like. My purple one looks bigger because it's up front. It's pretty big.